Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Fight Game channel. Today, we are going to be breaking down the fight between Israel Adesanya versus Joe Pyfer. This is all right fight, I guess. It's all right. Not the best fight, but it's all right fight. Um, I didn't expect this to be Izzy's fight. I expected him to fight like Sean Strickland rematch. Um, I expected him to fight like Brendan Allen or um, Apollo Cluster rematch. I expected him to take one of those guys. But, he's taking on Joe Pyfer. I am a big, big fan of Israel Adesanya, ladies and gentlemen. I love him. He's one of my favorite fighters to date. But, it's unfortunate he's been on a 3-fight lose streak, ladies and gentlemen. He's lost to people he shouldn't have lost to. He lost to Sean Strickland, which he should have beat Sean Strickland, first of all. He was coming off an amazing win over Alex Pereira in their rematch when Alex Pereira beat him like 3 times. And we all know, even though Izzy beat Alex, and don't get me wrong, I love Izzy and I was rooting for him in all those Alex fights. But I hate to tell you all this, and it's facts. Alex Pereira is a far better fighter than Israel Adesanya combined. Like, if Alex and Izzy fought today, since Izzy's chinny is not as good anymore, if Alex fought Izzy today, we all know what happened. Izzy would lose. He would lose, unfortunately. Like, he would lose, and I hate to say this, Alex would knock him out. He would knock him out this time. Knock him out again. Like, Izzy got that good shot in that in that second fight in the UFC. But Alex had like 3 wins over him. A win in kickboxing, a win in kickboxing, another win in kickboxing, and a win in UFC. Even though their first UFC fight was close, Alex still got him. And in the second fight, Alex had Izzy hurt in the leg, and Izzy was shelling up. Alex almost finished him, and then Izzy caught him with that great shot, and then we all thought he was back as the GOAT. And then he fought Sean Strickland. He was supposed to beat Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland is a paper champ. All he did is win against Izzy and lost to the same person twice. And all Sean Strickland does is jab and teep. Like a clown. I don't like him. Like, he jabs and teeps against these guys, but then he goes all in against Izzy. Like, what the heck is that? And then Sean Strickland also goes all in on influencers, on influencers that don't know how to fight, on streamers. Gotta be kidding me, dude. So, and then Izzy lost to Drakus. The freaking dumbass fighter he is, that freaking swings for the air and freaking does freaking spinning punches that can get himself knocked out. Izzy was winning that fight. I saw it. He was winning that fight. He won like 1, 2, 3. And then when it went to the 4th round, Drakus had him hurt, He stunned him, stumbled him, made him slip, and then he caught Izzy slipping, and then, he finished it by submission, Like, dang, Izzy. You could have beat him, bro, if you just freaking didn't, Damn, man. I hate to say it, man, but Izzy's chin is not it anymore. But, and then he fought Nasruddin Imavov. Izzy, that was supposed to be a tune-up fight for you. You were supposed to win that fight and come back in the title picture. But then You won that first round. Very good, you know. You did a very great in the first round. Second round, you were doing pretty good too in the beginning until you got, eye poked by Imov of the dirty fighter he is. But you took the eye poke, and then we started it, and then you got caught with a good shot, and then you got dropped, man. That was disappointing to see because, you could have beat Imavov, you really could have, and you were. Because Imavov ain't that good, ladies and gentlemen. Even though he's being Izzy, Kaio, and Jared Cannonier, he's not as good, though. And I'm going to give you all a breakdown on Imavov vs. Khamzat Chimaev in my next video. But right now, on to Izzy and Joe Pyfer. So, I'm going to give you all Joe Pyfer's resume. Joe Pyfer has beaten guys like Jarrell Mearshot. Jarrell Mearshot's a bum. Personally, he got knocked out by Khamzat, and he's lost to a bunch of other names like Michael Chorchek, and, he lost to Joe Pyfer and all that stuff. Jarrell Mearshot ain't that great. And then Joe Pyfer beat Abdul Rusik, I think his name is. He's not even the UFC no more. And then he fought, what's his name? Jack Hermanson. Joe Pyfer lost to Jack Hermanson. Joe Pyfer got, yes, he won the first 2 rounds, but then 3, 4, and 5, he got dominated. And it still kind of rubs me wrong a little bit that he lost to Jack Hermanson. Because, listen, I like Jack Hermanson personally, but Jack Hermanson has gotten knocked out in his last 2 fights. Completely slept. Knocked unconscious out. If Joe Pyfer could have done that, But he chose not to, and he chose to fight like a bum. He got fraud checked. I know he says he didn't get fraud checked and all this stuff and that, but you did get fraud checked that fight, Joe Pyfer. And I can say whatever I want because I don't even like you, Joe Pyfer. Anyways, and then you fought after Jack Hermanson. You fought I think his name was that Canadian guy, Mark Andre something. You fought him and knocked him out. Wow. You knocked out a tin can. Yes, that tin can did give Shara Bullet a close fight, but props for Joe Pyfer for knocking him out, but he's a tin can. Hate to tell you that. And then you fought after that. I think you fought Calvin. You fought Calvin Gastelum. And, you fought Calvin Gastelum out of his prime, He's not even in his prime no more. And second thing, you fought someone that misses weight constantly. Dude. Even though you say you do better than Izzy against Calvin than he did, Izzy fought Calvin Gastelum in his prime and when Calvin Gastelum was at his best. And that was a way far more entertaining fight than your fight with Calvin Gastelum. And then after that, you fought Abus Magomedov. Abus, whatever his name is. First of all, Abus is terrible. His cardio is whack. He got, yes, he beat Abus beat Sean Strickland in 1 round. And then Abus got so exhausted, he quit. Same thing with you, Joe Pyfer. When you fought Abus, he quit. You fought a quitter, dude, in your last fight. And now you're fighting a former champ, Israel Adesanya. Anyways, y'all, I'm going to give y'all my prediction on this fight. I got Izzy. I hope he wins, Do I think Joe Pyfer does have a chance? If he... we have to see Izzy's chin, because I will rate this about Joe Pyfer, even though I don't like him very much. I will rate this about him. He does have good knockout power. He has great power, and he hits really hard. But we'll see, Izzy hits hard too. But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna give you all my prediction. I said I got Izzy. And I think he's gonna win by I'm gonna say a TKO. I'm gonna say a TKO in the 4th round. I'll say Izzy by that. But let me know who you all got. Let me know who you all got. Because I got Izzy by a 4th round KO or TKO. Anyways, comment below. Subscribe. Like this video. Peace out. And I'll see you all in the next video. Y'all.